Okay. Oh god. I've had to spend like the last 2, maybe closer to 3 hours on the phone dealing with insurance stuff, so that's kind of impromptu, and I was kind of giving up on doing it today, and I just want to stream Labyrinth of Touhou for a while, I think. Probably until 3:30, so a bit under 3 hours or so, I'm expecting. Later today, as long as plans haven't changed, Nara will be playing Touhou Bohien and doing a test run on stream for me. So around then is when I'll probably wrap up, unless things change up. So we were just starting the dreaded hot floors. The desert floors are apparently not that hot, just these ones. Yeah, I guess it is reasonable times today, isn't it? Okay, so we need... Okay. I wonder if I should start noting these down already. I should, but I'm not gonna. This place is always kind of miserable. Pretty much just played this game. Oh, hey, bird. You're awake too, that's good. Pretty much just played Labyrinth of Touhou and has feelings on anything, really. The dev is, like, looking to get feedback right now. Oh, yeah, we get the new music at this point. That's cool. It has, like, that kind of Touhou-like piano, or at least it kind of reminds me of Touhou a little. Even though it's different. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because this game makes me think of Touhou. Where's Rainbow? Alright, she was up here for heals. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting really distracted. If you play Labyrinth of Touhou 2 and have feedback for the dev on like, hey, I like this about the game, I disliked this, or I want to see this in 3, go find him on Twitter, 3peso, or go to my Twitter and I retweeted his thing. He's just looking for general feedback right now, and he is reading stuff, don't worry, even if it's in English, so, yeah. So, if you really hate the temperature gimmick, you can go complain to him right now, and he won't really be too surprised. But, like, yeah, not just really the floor feedback. Anything's good, anything's good. I know that was a little bit unclear from the post. It was a bit unclear from his original one, too. But yeah, anything's good. Hey, Barudo. Yeah, I mean, the temp gimmick, and I told him this in my response, I didn't hate the temp gimmick in and of itself. But I didn't like the fact that you have to essentially memorize not only which gates need which temperatures, but which orbs change the temperature by which amount. So at that point you need to like make an MS Paint map or write stuff down in a notepad. And if that's the kind of game you're going for, like a wizardry game or like La Moana, sure, that's fine. But up until this point you don't have to do anything to that degree, so I think it's less of a design choice and more just an oversight on like what's required of the players to really realistically get through this. So yeah, there's that. Rainbow's not even spec'd for damage, but she's doing a bit. I guess she had a bit of points just for magic stuff. But yeah, I'm also taking it as a chance to like chat with him about some stuff too. I also responded, hey, I wish there were more FOEs. And we're gonna get into like a small chat about that. He responded back, and I'm not gonna show what he said, but we're gonna have a chat about FOEs. I'm gonna tell him like, this is what I want from FOEs, this is maybe what other people expect. For me, like, the whole thing about FOEs is I don't really care about the whole aspect of having to like dodge them and navigate around them while doing the floor. I just want like something strong I can go fight that's like optional or like encouraged to be put off for later, that I can try to do early and get something cool for. And the temp's also toggled. Yeah, I guess it would be good to be able to see if it switches on or off like lands. By the sound of it, he thinks he's changed the stuff in the new game to be better map-wise, or at least that's his plan. So hopefully it's going to be a bit more bearable. You know what? No, I can stay no longer. I feel like I actually want to spec out Patchy to be useful here, since like big water AoEs are just really good here, obviously. So I'm gonna just map everything out first, I guess, as is usually how I start floors. I can't wait for Labyrinth of Touhou try. I'm really excited for it. It's not that often these days that I get super excited for stuff, but it's definitely a game I really look forward to playing. If you can't tell from the fact that this is like my 4th playthrough of 2, obviously I'm a fan. Oh yeah, so there's no message, it just says over on the right, so you just have to check. So that's a 20 temp one. Okay, good to know. And this is for the Iris Seal. The orange one over there just resets the temp, I believe. this is really specific. For some of these, you need to like go up to the next floor and come back down, and go through holes and exit and come back, and it's a whole ordeal. And it's probably, if memory serves, like the trickiest part of the game as far as like floor mechanics go. I don't think anything ever quite reaches this. There's like ice puzzles down below later on in the post game that kind of are obnoxious, I guess. But past this, it's like a teleporter maze, which, let's be honest, nobody likes. There's like long-range like flight things that send you to different parts of the floor. So it's essentially a telegraphed teleport maze, which isn't quite as bad as the first one. And I don't really remember too much besides that. Oh no, there's a darkness gimmick down below in the post-game too, which is kind of ew. But still, I think none of those are quite as bad as this. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the darkness either, though. I totally slipped my mind on that. Raisin's like totally decked out for damage. Let's put Raisin up here. Why is it that the encounters seem easier here? I think it's because the birds aren't on this floor. You think non-telegraph teleport mazes are finding add notes to the map? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind if this game leaned more into like the Etrian Odyssey, like, hey, map out the floors as you go, take notes of stuff style. But I feel like you either have to really lean into it or not do it at all. So I feel like as it is now, you can't just really put that in just for teleport mazes. You'd have to put in other stuff that you'd want to note down as well. So I don't know. But yeah, it wouldn't be nearly as bad if you could do that. It's a much better solution writing on the map than it is like having to draw an MS Paint version or something. So can I go anywhere cool? No. I can go nowhere at all, in fact. Yeah, some of these don't fixed paths. Some like react to stuff you do, or they like charge you as soon as they see you, then keep going, or they just follow you. It varies around a lot. It's been a long time since I've played Etrian Odyssey. I don't think this has any fixed path ones. No, I think it's just ones that home in on you, as well as like one that just sits there and waits for you to touch him. Just blocks a path on his own. I've played a lot of Etrian Odyssey, but it's been a long time. I actually brought that up to the dev in a message I haven't quite sent yet, but the last one I played was, what's it called? Untold 2, which I guess was one of the newer ones, but that, I think it was like 2016 or something. I think that's what Wikipedia said, maybe. It's pretty old now. I haven't played any of them since then. I think they've only had a couple since then, though. Barring, like, re-releases, right? I liked Untold 2 quite a lot. I think 4 was the first one I ever played. The 4 is kind of weird because it has, like, a world map and, like, mini-dungeons, which I don't hate the idea of, but it's a bit different than what the other games do. I liked 1 quite a lot. Especially Untold 1. I love that like classic FOE theme, and I felt like a lot of the other FOE themes never really were able to match it. In general, the series does have pretty good music though. So we're at 72 right now. Does anywhere actually work with 72? 82. Alright, well, map things out. Let me go out and respec real quick for a bit of money from that. So, if we need to get the SDM crew on good terms with this anyway, I'm gonna keep them all in the party. I want to use Patchy. I'm just gonna go for a nice offensive party. Saturday would be good here as well, maybe. Who's the fastest? Is it still Saturday? She is. She's actually pretty quick. So, let's see. She has defensive stuff on right now. We don't really need that. Let me make her a little bit quicker even, if I can maybe. That's a lot of speed. Okay, good. And from there, let's give her more damage. Where's the tablets right now? Oku has 1. I'll give you a Vibro Piano instead. Actually, I guess I should actually put some stuff in Patchy too. Thing is, like, I feel like most bites, Saturday's gonna be able to go, and Patchy actually isn't. We're kind of just piggybacking here off of Patchy being in the party, so we'll set up and have Saturday be the actual one to do things, I guess. That's fine. Party loadouts would be very nice. Yeah. at the very least, it has some quality of life features, like you can, one button take everything off of members that are in reserve, which is good. It would be a lot of work, but stuff like whole party layouts would be nice too. Or like, let me save like 3 different loadouts for Sakria, and I could put Sakria into the party fresh, or I could put Sakria 1, Sakria 2, or Sakria 3 into the party. That might be kind of cool. But to be fair, at that point, the equipment doesn't actually matter that much, as opposed to like the skills and whatnot. Usually, the skills you have are going to like determine the equipment you want, barring like specific stuff for boss fights, so maybe that's actually kind of extraneous and going too far. I don't know. Let me put some points into the girl herself. I don't want to bother with speed. Okay, good. Though I think Satori is going to get more use here, probably, honestly. Yeah, I don't really know why you can't just freely respec points in and out like 2S, because you can go here for a full reset of the library anyway. So if you just make it so if I want to respec, I have to do it outside of the tree, or the dungeon, or whatever it's going to be, I think that'd be nice. Because as it is now, you have to, like, go to the library, skill reset, you know, hit yes, no a couple times, and then you have to put all the points back in. Just let me go beep, 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 like in GUS. I don't really see any reason why not, right? It's not really usable, I don't think. So, what does she have? Frankly, it is probably Satori that's actually going to get turns here, but go. Take some magic. Where up front? She's not bad. She's actually doing some okay damage, but I don't know. Not really. She's not really that great unless I spec her for like full-on offense. So let me. I could put Kamachi here in case we want to use her spell instead of Hachi's spell. For a bit more variety. And I could keep Rainbow here for if we want a spirit attack instead. I don't know. This is fine, we'll just go with this, it's whatever. I don't mind having encounters right now, so I'll just leave her as is. So for Patchy, what do we want? Let's say that Patchy is going to get used in fights a lot. Concentrate's better in boss fights. Kinda hard here. This gives more damage, that's good. No PC98 characters? Can you confirm that? I didn't know. That is kind of a shame. I'd like to see just a couple, you know? I always like when you get, like, the weird side characters, like, Kokoro or Tokiko. Just kind of seeing what they have. Like, how they're kind of represented, because they have less representation in the official games. I mean, like, Kokoro to less of an extent, but she doesn't have, like, Danmaku, really. So, it's interesting, you know? But I'd love to see that for the older games, like, bring us Shinki or something. Hoping for Chimada. I mean, it could totally happen. Hey, Kraska. I don't know who we're gonna get. I actually don't know anything besides what everyone else knows. Like, I just know the characters he's announced publicly and like shown off. So I don't know. Chimada's probably too new. I mean, I think the newest character we've had announced so far was Hekatia, right? And we basically just, yeah, 15 characters. I don't know of anyone past that yet. And if I did, I would be able to tell you, but yeah. Doremi as well, yeah. Ultramarine. Let's see. We're not really going to use that here. It's not really helpful. That's good. Give her some pre-MP. And I guess... you know, why don't I put Sakura out here? She'll get a bit of a buff. It's always nice, I guess. Okay, good. Alright. Kyokyo repeats sound-based skills. I mean, sound-based skills, like, how many of those do we have? She'd be like a really specific one that, like, works with the Prism Rivers or something, or Raiko. And, I mean, maybe Raiko could happen, but I don't think we're gonna see the Prism Rivers in here anytime soon. I'd be happy if we did, don't get me wrong. But devs tend to avoid putting them in their games because they're a big load. Because typically, if you put in one, you're heavily encouraged to put in all three. You're very much incentivized to. You know what? Let's see. Let's just give you... okay, that'll do. Okay. Properties... contoured out. Patchy isn't quite yet. So let's give you... Ow. 8 MP. Oh. We must have just gotten that from the boss or something. That's nice. It's definitely why they don't do well on the polls. Yeah, there's a lot of people that like the Prism Rovers, but there's less people that specifically like, you know, it's gonna split them. But I think these days you can vote for multiple characters on the polls, right? So that's helpful for them. Somewhat. Oh, that's a good item. I must have just gotten that too. That's awesome. I want more of those. Give me like 20 of these. I do remember those from the original game. I want to pick it back. Look at that speed. Wow. I could give that to Satoru too. Let's give it that instead of this one, yeah. It was even quicker. I want to make sure that she gets the first turn every time. That way she can get off like a really quick attack at the start. We'll just kill everything in one go, honestly. And then if not, the other characters can clean up. No problem. Okay, I think we're good. Yep, you do have some attack. We'll take that off and put another Glaive of Pain. Yeah, I imagine that translating the descriptions must have been difficult. I only recognize some as well. I like that there's a Mega Man Battle Network one. Yeah, you can get full custom and you can get hub batch. It's a series that often kind of falls by the wayside. It's nice to see that get referenced. And I still adore the fact that both the dev and I are Angband fans. I haven't actually had a chance to like nerd out with him about Angband yet, but I'd like to do that at one point in the future. I don't know if he's played Genso Band. I'll have to ask. Things to do at one point. Genso Band is peak. Right, so... let's see. Okay, so we're still getting outsped by a little bit, so Satoru needs even more speed, I guess. And we need Princess Undyne the entire fight. Except for the rock, yeah. More or less. Is the rock weak too? Pin, okay. So the rock will be a pin. Yeah, Genso Band is good. If you've never played any Angband games before, the learning curve will be pretty steep. But, I mean, frankly, like, basic Angband doesn't even have a world map, so... at the same time, you're just as well jumping into a variant, I'd say. Yeah, if you played a couple other roguelikes before, like, simple ASCII ones, then you'll probably get the gist. You kind of, like, know what they expect from you at that point, right? So I think you'll have the tools equipped to learn. You'll have that right skill set. Okay, so that was a bit higher. I'm just looking around to see if I can do anything with it in this state before I start, like, targeting specific ones. At which point I'll have to actually read and do math. Simple math, but math nonetheless. What's this one? Okay, so... let me go reset the temp, and we'll go check exactly what we can and can't do, I guess. Yeah, so Satoru's just a little bit too weak. But she is basically doing fights for free. So I guess before I reset, actually, yeah, so that's... I can go up by 20, it's currently off. This... okay, well, I only have a couple states unless I go dip into the right, so let's just see what I can do with this. Surely I can get somewhere else. I think the ones left and right of the entrance were like 60 to 65 or something, maybe? These are some fast enemies. Have I seen the vids of the guy soloing every main story boss in the game with Yomo? I haven't. I have heard that people do solo runs, and there's like characters solo run viability tier lists and stuff, which is cool. Actually, let the dev know about that. It's crazy. And I just don't know how people do that. Even more so with Yomo. I hear that Yomo is not really supposed to be that good until she's awakened later on. She takes, like a lot of setup. And I guess she doesn't really give as much of a reward out of it as a lot of other characters do. Or so I've heard from the Shrine Maiden Discord. Which is pretty much the biggest place to talk about the game these days, I think. Kiryu Satoru. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. You wanted to, like, prove that Yomo is capable. Just have to keep an eye on my DMs so I know when Naro starts. He might give me a heads up, so... it's nice to see that someone did it then. just don't know how you would really do that. I assume it was on normal mode, right? Because you'd probably need a bit of grinding for some of the, like, fights that directly counter her, right? It's crazy, like... I mean, what about fights where, like, it's a bunch of, like, single target really strong attacks like Yugi? I guess you don't... Well, no, you do have to recruit Yugi. You need all the characters to pass by the rocks later. Maybe you could just come back to Yugi, like, when you're stronger and take some hits. I don't really know. Stuff like that, though. Oh, I should level up first, actually. I don't need to worry about level caps or anything right now for once, which is nice. A couple points in speed. I mean, actually, that's not that. Gives her, like, 1 speed. Not really worth. Do we have any... gems for... magic? Oh, look at poor Patchy's HP. The poor girl. Let's give her, no HP, but we'll give her some TP. Most of the battles are just normal attack spam. She just gets stronger with time. I don't really know. Actually, if she works that well. Difficult to experiment with new party members because of library stuff. That makes sense. I don't know if they're going to do anything with that or not. But yeah, it's... often new characters take, like, kind of a big investment. You could always do something like, money goes toward, like, a shared pool. And, like, for example, if you have 100,000 money that you've made over the course of the game, that means that any character can have 100,000 worth of library stats, like, money-wise. So instead of actually spending, it just takes, like, what you've made, but that might defeat the purpose of having money to play. But something that, like, lets you mess with the characters more evenly without having to, like, do full resets or use Books of Awakening to cancel out what the other characters have might be nice, yeah. Did I actually... I don't think I actually hit the orb over here. I mapped it out and then I left. So let me see what this actually does real quick. Okay. I think I have to exit and re-enter to actually get back in and apply that, which is funny. Definitely funny. So I think what I want to do is probably lower a bit and get to that, like, really specific one, right? 48. I think this goes into one of them, yeah? Here we go. It's kind of annoying that I can't see the requirements for the one that I just came through either. There's just some problems. Paying system where money's stuck that are really redistributable. I like that. Yeah, that's really good, because that way you still have to use the money, but then you can do whatever you want with it. I like that concept quite a lot, actually. Seems pretty strong to me. So this is annoying math room. This is just the big math chamber. Let me map things out first, honestly. I'm not messing with any of those until I've mapped things out, because if I do and I die, I can't come back in without setting things back up, so. Boo, temperature puzzles. Again, it wouldn't be so bad if it were a bit easier to work with and get to the point that you want it at. But it's not easy at all. No, you know, I'm the kind of player who just forgets all this stuff afterwards, unfortunately. It's to the point where, like, you weren't here for the last stream. I streamed the other day. It took me 4 hours, nearly, to beat the Magatama after this mini runs through the game. I feel like I get worse. I guess I just totally forgot how to beat the thing. It's not an easy boss by any means, don't get me wrong, especially if you're on hard and you can only get up to a certain point in, like, levels and library levels. But still, I should be a bit disappointed in myself that it took me 4 hours. But yeah, that's essentially where I'm at. I think really, and I was going to talk to the dev about this and ask for his thoughts. I think because of the fact that most of my runs in the past have been very reliant on Aya, and I'll do a quick run on what Aya does for anyone who hasn't played the game. She has 3 really good things that you can get easily, like, with base Aya. So, every time she gets a turn, everyone in your party in the front line gets speed. She has a single target speed buff that can give someone, I think, like, 60 or 70% speed, maybe 50. It's a lot. The point is, it's a lot. And, most importantly, she has something that instantly gives someone a turn. So she basically sacrifices her turn for someone else. Oh, nice. Thank you for the first time spam chat. Cool. Let me just get rid of that real quick. Thank you. But yeah, because of that, my mods have been very reliant on Aya because she lets you get around a lot of the parts of the game, essentially. This game is all about like switching characters and deciding how long to keep them in and when to swap them out. Hey, Nara. But because I've used Aya, I can abuse, like, let's say Patchily. Oh, hold on, I'll read this first. And no matter how far we go, all we see around us is crimson flames. It's like we're in hell. Ah, this is tough with the old motivation. At times like these, you should rest your eyes on a lovely flower. It'll soothe your mind and make you feel at ease. This is how humans can forge their minds. And where can we find a flower in the burning forest? Yeah, over here. There's one here. It looks on the verge of death from the heat. Yeah, it does. It's taken root in a very harsh environment. I wish there was a way to make the area here cooler. Make it cooler, huh? Hey, sir, no. You calling me? Sure did. Use your power to make this area a little cooler. No way, why are you gonna do something like that? Ah, that does sound good. I want to cool off as well. Come on, Cerno. I'll give you my dessert from tonight's dinner if you show me your power for a bit. This should be nothing for the strongest furry, right? Dessert? I guess it can't be helped then. Gaze and know about my awesome power. Cerno's biggest weakness is reverse psychology. Yeah. Oh, this is great. I feel all refreshed now. Ah, the atmosphere around the flower is cool and perfect temperature. Now I'll just use my power to give this girl a bit more energy. Alright, I guess that should do it. Do your best and beat this heat, okay? Good. Just a few seconds since Cerno stopped and I already feel like I'm losing against the heat. Come on, Marissa. Let's make up some ground while we still remember what the coolness felt like. This is cooling. Don't drag me around. So what was I saying? Aya and stuff. So, let's talk about some characters. Patchy is a slow caster who typically you like use concentrate and you get off like one big hit with, but she'll die to anything she's paper thin. Yugi is a kind of bulky single target physical attacker who has a super powerful knockout in 3 steps move, but I think it puts her bar at like 0 or 1,000 or something really low afterwards. So she can't really stay in and keep fighting because she'll take a lot of hits in the meantime. But with Aya, for one thing, Aya can speed buff herself really quickly. So let's say you put Strategist on Aya, so that makes it so characters have a chance to get a free turn at the start of the fight. Let's say Aya gets a turn at the start of the fight. Aya then gives herself like 50% extra speed. She then gets a second turn before anyone else, and she gives that turn to Yugi, who can then punch. Yugi has her bar at 0 now. Yugi is going to be stuck there for like maybe 4 turns from the boss before she can do anything. Right after, or maybe before the boss gets their first turn, Aya gets another turn. Aya immediately gives another turn to Yugi. You can see where this is going. And then like Aya gets another turn right before the boss acts. Yugi's at 50 ATB. Then you can swap Yugi out if you want to make sure she stays safe. Also, Aya gets really high evasion, so you can use her as a tank. So, with strategies like that, and also with Chen, because Chen is beyond broken in this game, I feel like I don't worry about characters getting bulky unless they're a tank, and I think that's something wrong. Like, the way that I managed to beat the Magatama the other day is by actually putting some defensive items on my offensive characters, which, in my mind, is unheard of. But you have to keep in mind, like, as much as it matters like who's on the left and who's on the right in this game because of targeting priority and stuff, as well as like bro attacks getting weaker, there isn't really as strong of like a backline and frontline philosophy as other games like Final Fantasy or Etrian Odyssey. So I think I need to, in boss fights generally, unless it's a character that's supposed to be like so paper thin they die to anything, like maybe a low level Chen or Patchy in a fight where there's like physical moves, I feel like I need to try to cover characters' defensive bases a little more, give them a little bit more HP, make sure they're not getting hit by like stuff that they're really weak to element-wise. So like I put wind resist on Satori to help with this big slash attack that the boss did on random turns on the whole party. to the point where she could survive a hit in most cases and get healed back up. There were still close calls, but close calls are fine. What's not fine is having all of my attackers so paper thin that they die in one hit. And I think I need to like change my philosophy about that and play more defensively. And heal up, let characters stay in if they're ready, like if they're capable of staying in a fight. I think I've just played the game wrong every time, and I've somehow been so stubborn in it that I've still pushed my way through. But as a result, the game kind of gets miserable later on, especially in some of the plus disc bosses, like the corridor ones. But yeah, speed is like such a huge part of the game, almost to its detriment. Like, I've played the game wrong like this, but I feel like the game hasn't sufficiently punished me for it. It never really made it apparent that I was playing it wrong. At least not strongly enough that it made me stop, basically. And it's not really the game's fault. I can't really say it is. I think it could have done a better job there, maybe. I'm not really sure how, though, granted, but I think I'm just dumb. Another I guess button. I think that's like 100 physical at least. I only know that because I actually looked at these items for the Magatama fight. Then I realized the Magatama's big AoE attack wasn't physical, so I had to switch to something else. You don't think you used Aya? I'm avoiding using Aya, period, in this run. She's not been in the party at all. Chen hasn't been in the party besides to get affection for Ron's event. So I haven't used either of them really, and I want to keep it that way. Because I want this to be a proper run of the game that doesn't just abuse the same old strats I'm used to using. Which is why I'm using Hina a bit more in this run. Hina's cool. I haven't really used her until now. But she's kind of like a unique gimmick character related to debuffs and stuff. Oh, so you've watched on Hina before. Granted, I'm using her quite a lot in this run. She's not actually in the party right now, but prior to like the Magatama around there, I was using her for most boss fights, and I want to keep using her. If she's strong, that's fine. It's just, she's kind of new to me, you know, using her in most fights, so I'm okay with relying on new crutches, just not old crutches. That's kind of where I'm at right now, I think. Let's smoke these guys. Oh, she is here. Hey, Hina. You're not really that great in random fights, though, so let's not put you in for now. Maybe later. So as you can see, I'm kind of just brute forcing this right now because I don't feel like noting down numbers. But once we're down to like 1 or 2, probably 1, then I'll actually get specific numbers for it as best as I can. But for now, I'll fumble around for a little bit. I'm okay with it, I think. And random encounters are going pretty well here, though, I have to say. I'm actually getting like a decent amount of resources. Feels good, feels good. Alright, so that one's 73 to 78. Barring the point 2, let's just forget that's there and regret it later. So one's 60 right now. I think there's one around 60. Yeah, here we go. What's over here? Am I seeing stairs? Am I about to be happy? Am I going to reach a checkpoint? I'm not. Sure hope so. Way off center there. So I'm trying to think, like, what kind of characters I'd really want to see in Labyrinth of Touhou try that weren't in 2. I mean, 2 has a pretty good cast as it is. Like, it's got Orin, which is definitely one of the characters I'd push for. I guess the discussion would be, like, what new characters do we want to see, like, from the newer games that we haven't seen? So 2 goes up to Kokuro's game, which is what, 13.5, I think, of this fast grade? And then it stops, so you don't get anyone from, like, 14. I think Seija is probably a shoo-in. I think we'll probably get Seija. She's like a really popular character. She'll probably be like a debuff-focused character, something like that. She'll probably be able to like whip your party's debuffs into buffs or something. I feel like it's such like an obvious choice. I'd be kind of surprised if we didn't see Seija, right? Shinyo Maru. I mean, let's just like look back at the cast from 2. Are there any final bosses that we're missing? I kind of don't think there are, right? Like we have all of them. We have Eren and Kagu, even we have Eiki. It's really, really thorough. So unless Pipeso is going with like a different philosophy for a try, and maybe his for all I know, I feel like we'll probably get all the final bosses from like the new point to our up piece covering, so we'll at least get Shin Miyamoto, and we'll get Junko too, since we know that 15's in. I don't know if we have anything past that yet. So I feel like those are probably characters we're gonna see. So Seija, Shimi, and Junko seem pretty likely to me. Let's see, who else from those games would we probably get? We're probably not gonna see Yatsuhashi or Ben, realistically. Just because they're Yatsuhashi and Ben, they're a little bit forgettable. If we talk to like early game characters, maybe Sekibanki or Kagero. Probably not Wakasagi Hime. I don't know. You might put Aiko in and have her be like one of those strong characters, like the higher tier, like Katya, which is like a new mechanic I guess he's gonna have, where like you can only get a certain amount of those characters in your party, and the amount may be increased later. That would be cool. Is that not... Oh, here's Staff of Exorcism. Ooh, check that out. That's a lot of MP. That's cool. Junko, you imagine as a character that doesn't care about complexities, no elements, no status effects, just pure stuff. She could probably have like typeless damage. You know, like GOS is like nil type. That would probably make sense. Grassroots would be together or not at all. Yeah, I guess that's probably true. It's kind of like a thing you'd have to commit to unless you want to have just like one in there as a one-off. That does make sense. In Genso Band, Junko's kind of weird. She really doesn't have what you'd expect. She has like this weird system where she like... Every time she transitions to a new floor, she gets a new skill set of randomly generated magic with like randomly generated names. It's so weird. I don't know why she has it really, but that's what she has there. But I would like to see something a bit different in here. I don't think we'll ever see that Junko from another game. It's just so strange now there. But I think something like typeless damage would probably make sense. Let's see. Yeah, I guess so. Seija's pretty evident. I don't know what Shimi would do. Shimi could do something like a bowl form or like a needle form, where she's like defensive or offensive. Maybe she could have something where she grows for a couple of turns and gets extra stats. I guess that's something the game never really does. It doesn't really have like temporary buffs. It just has like temporary stats usually, or like buffs that you can stack. So I don't know. I guess Kokoro has forms, so you could do something like that. I could see like a bull form, needle form, or something like that. Junko could make damage from enemies or allies typeless. That would be interesting. I think making all ally damage typeless would be a bit much. Mary is a really strong character in this game because she has typeless damage. That'd probably be a bit much. But maybe like being able to put a buff on a single character that lasts for, let's say, 2 attacks, maybe 3 at most, that makes their stuff typeless and makes them receive typeless damage. That might work. But then you'd be making Junko into a support character, and well, One Piece RPG did that a little bit if I recall right, but I feel like that's a bit weird for Junko. I feel like she's not really, you know, personality-wise, a supporter, you know? But I don't know. Lots of different ways that you could go about it. Let's see, who else would we probably see from 14 and 15? Well, we already know that Dorimi's in Hikatia. Hikatia is obviously like a form switcher, kind of like Kokoro, I would assume. I don't know what Dorimi would do. There's never been a sleep ailment in Labyrinth of Touhou after all. I found the tweet where he deconfirms PC98. No plans on putting in characters in the PC98 games. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing this. It's a shame. Maybe eventually. I mean, he could change his mind. Keep in mind, he said he doesn't have any plans. That was an info. Maybe he has plans now. Probably not. Let's be real. We're lucky enough to have Yuka. Speaking of, I think, I need to get out of here. Was the, more on this last floor that I did with Minariko, the last one that I needed for Yuka, or is there another one that I need to do like further up ahead? If I can go fight Yuka now, I want to go trying to fight Yuka. Yeah, he says that he wants to add like as many characters as possible. He wants a lot of characters, is basically what he's saying there. And you can tell that just by playing his games. He loves adding like sheer numbers. So, maybe. Hey, maybe if I got into him earlier in development, we could have done something like some kind of overseas character vote or something like that. I guess he doesn't even do anything like that in Japan, does he? But I'm not just gonna be the guy to tell him, hey, I'll translate your game if you put in Minasa. I'd just be an asshole if I did that. I don't know if he plans on doing any kind of expansion this time, but I guess if he does, we could I could bring up the idea like, hey, do you want to get opinions? 'Cause I feel like the expansion plus disc was just used to like add whatever characters he wanted. Not like he really held back with his characters in the main game either. But I feel like if there were any place to do that kind of thing, it would be the plus disc. Like, run a popularity poll, and like Smash, put in whatever characters he feels mesh with the game and he could like envision movesets for. Go with that, you know. Yeah, we're running out of characters. Ori doesn't have any points, and I can't really put her in. I don't know what stuff I just picked up. This... Ooh. Oh, hey, this is just Genius of Sephiroth. Hold on, wait. This is just Divine Shield. I mean, I know for a fact he's a big Hachikuma fan, so I'm not really surprised. But hey now, I know what that is. That's pretty good. But Sakuri's out of the party, so I'll put it on her after, I guess. Yeah, Poison feels kind of underutilized. You basically just have to run Wriggle. And it's like... I don't know, I mean, I hear people do have success with it against some bosses, and I tried to use it a little bit early on. But it's very much something that you don't really get to, like, invest too much in throughout the game. It feels like it's a strategy he doesn't really want you to be able to use that much. Or something like that. Like anything that this thing doesn't resist anything at all. Okay, there we go. Saturday's move is the only thing. It's fine. We'll do another fight or two, then probably just wipe and leave. That's okay. Alright, we can get in a hit or two. Are we actually near that checkpoint? That would be good. Always go all in with Hina. That's right, Painting. That's what you do. Nothing. The cube doesn't care, huh? It is good against the Great Sea. It's almost mandatory in that fight if you don't want it to be a really bad time, and it's still going to be a bad time anyway. That's definitely one of the fights I dread the most every time I play the game. I'm probably not alone there. Okay, we made it to another checkpoint. Look how fast this floor is going. Just because we haven't really had to engage with the temperature puzzles much yet. But mostly back on the other floor, yeah. I haven't really seen anything here. Let me finish mapping out this little section here, and I'll drop down a hole or two, I guess. Path of Exile. Is there an attack in this game called Path of Exile? I haven't played through the full English translation in a long time. I don't remember a lot of the Japanese names. That's kind of funny if so. I played Path of Exile for the first time in the past year. Oh. Okay. I see. I don't think I used Poison when I played Path of Exile. I had Witch, and I think I did an Ice build, primarily. Let's drop down a hole or two, I guess, before we get wiped and get out of here. We're gonna drop down that one. I guess you probably can't drop through this other one. Oh, but you could drop through that one. The kind of like northeast corner of the floor, so I'll try for that then. Okay. So there is a boss available, but I wanted to do some cleanup before I go there, I think. And surprisingly, so Sakuri, she can take more points in speed. Good. And now she's maxed. Okay. Let's make her really useful. Let's see. There's some points in Akashi's offensive stats and speed. She has good mind. It's good to invest in. A tiny bit of HP. Alright. Yeah, there is like a plus disc achievement for like, what is it, 128 hours? Yeah, 156. I feel kind of bad leaving it up because that is something I will eventually hit by playing normally. But just hitting now is the worst idea. I don't remember. Did those just give like a ton of money or something? That is good to have. Let me go over to this checkpoint and let's explore some more of the new stuff. As well as... So it's gotta be that one like up at the upper right there. That's the one that I want. I'm gonna head straight up there actually. Let's get that out of the way first. So... Okay, good. Free item. Life drain time. Which is... the main... Oh, here it is. Okay. I'll go to 13. I don't know what this is, but if it says 13, maybe it's Final Fantasy. Okay. Well, I might as well work back out now. There is still one area I haven't temperatured my way into. Well, two actually. We'll do it later. We have access to both sets of temperature orbs, since we can, like, go in through different places, so that's good. I might be exact right level for the boss fight, so let's just jump in there and see what that is. I don't even recall. Still have to go back down and play Thlan. At one point. Oh, Marissa, just in front of us. Oh, it's that monster, isn't it? Like the small fries we saw around here. Oh, is this the big book? Might be the library. Yeah, for some reason I get a really strange sensation from this monster. A strange sensation? Like what? No, more like something I don't understand, but the sensation is really strong. You guys always complain about others picking fights with each other, but you're just as belligerent as them. Don't be so stuffy. Let's go. Yeah, it's memorized knowledge. Okay. Alright. So let's see. Physical works. Mystic definitely does not work. Looks like the base elements, like the base forms, do neutral. What else? Spirit? Also neutral. So it looks like it's neutral to everything except Mystic and Physical. Oh, it's Reach the Dark too. Okay. Alright. We don't have any buffers out front, so just use Narrow Confines. This is just a test run on this. But Sakura would be nice if we could get her buffed, so I think we'll do... Let's bring in Kane and start buffing Sakura. Ooh, that's a big magic buff. I don't really like that. As is usually the case for these fights, we'll probably die once, then figure out a proper strategy afterwards. Don't waste all your MP, you're my attacker, what are you doing? She only have like one attack now. I don't think Kogasa's in the party anymore, is she? No. Well, buffer defenses so we don't insta-die. We might still insta-die anyway, though. Evil Flare. Yeah. A little bit of insta-dying, yeah. Alright. We can discard it. Raisin is a very independent, does not need help from any other characters kind of attacker, so let's try Raisin. One more time. Though I assume you probably want to use physical attacks against this thing. It still does some decent damage though. It probably has higher mind than it does defense, if I had to guess. You lower the one racing stat that matters, but it's fine. We'll still discard anyway. Not bad. It's doing the same with raciness though. Could have been better, really. Bring in Lumia. So does this thing just alternate between buffing itself and attacking? Doesn't actually get a second turn to check yet. Well, it hasn't got a third turn, rather. Looks like it, yeah, okay. Alright, so I guess you want to try to get rid of that buff in the meantime if you can. Maybe a bit tricky, but we can reduce it by doing that. It's only got a minor buff on right now. I could reduce it by more. I think I will. Okay, so he was pretty buffed right now. That's good. Let's get rid of... I guess racing. We'll bring in Safari. I kind of want to like have Safari racing going, but I can't quite yet. Lumia might just die here, and that's okay if so. Okay, that did a bit more than I hoped it would, but would be it, I guess. These two aren't really prepped for battle at all right now. Apache's probably just gonna die here, but we can try her. Use a couple of Patriot Slitzers. Seems fine. Yeah, racing is kind of mandatory for a lot of, like, cheat ailments that you can get off on bosses, which is kind of weird. I don't really know exactly how I feel about that. I feel like... I mean, I guess maybe some people like the feel of breaking the game, and so do I. But from a balance perspective, it probably makes more sense if she just helps get across ailments that you should be able to make anyway. You know? And frankly, I might as well probably just direct this thing and come back with a proper party. I guess I will in a moment here. And he seems to do two things, but I feel like I'm gonna set up Sakuya with some buffs and spam her dark attack. So I'll put in Kogasa for some MP support. I think I'll give Sakuya the equipment that gives her like 12 MP, the worse regen, since I'll be having Kogasa help support her MP anyway. What I really want is a button that lets you instantly fail a fight and restart it. Alright, Remy, time to be brave. Really, really brave. Okay, let me actually set up for this then. I want to do a couple things here. So, first of all, swap out, say, Oku for now, for Kogasa. MP boost is fine. I don't know if putting points into this does anything. Maybe it puts more of a buff on them, so we'll try that, I guess. So let's see. A good amount of time at the start of the fight to just start going nuts, which is good. It doesn't really matter where our characters are located here. This thing only ever buffs and AoEs. So that's good to know. I still want Racing in to help debuff it, I think, because we can lower its magic back down. We can lower everything back down, honestly. Safti is good for maybe helping discard her more. We don't need Kogasa at the very start of the fight, at least, so that's good. Who had the thing? Maybe no one? Who did I just take out of the party? Oku. I don't think she had it though, right? The thing I'm looking for... Alphabet system. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's good. Multiple levels of each effect, mission returns on things like shock. I mean, am I wrong? I think some ailments do have diminishing returns in this game, or I think like they get harder to land, or they do less. I'm not really sure on that though. I know it's the case in GOS, it gets harder to land stuff against bosses if you keep doing it. Oh, they had a weak tear but still triggers synergies. I guess that would be nice. But at the same time, strategy like that shouldn't work in every single fight, like, on principle, I guess. So I assume that attack it does is probably Mystic. So I give some Mystic resist as a actually, that's good. Her mind is solo, she's probably gonna die anyway. I'm wondering, like, if we debuff it really far, is it really gonna do enough to bother or worrying about? But it might. Take a look through here. I can always just give her something with more Mystic resist. Oh, well, I'm not gonna put a tablet in Sakura though. That's worthless. Let's put in the actual Mystic resist on, I guess. And Satobi, we also really want to survive. Her Mystic is pretty good. I'll put some Mind on Kanan. Granted, this might not matter much. Whatever, I don't really care, it's okay, just have some miscellaneous stuff. Pagasa, some MP. Regen, not like she really needs it. She has like 17 or something stupid back, so really cares. Just have some slight base on defensive stuff, I really don't care, I'm not worried. I kind of wanted to incorporate Amelia as well, but she doesn't have any points in her library stuff or this, so I kind of can't. I have hair in my nose, sorry. Just trying to deal with that. Very tickly. Sakuya might not be enough on her own here. Does she have SDM? She doesn't have residence now, but that's fine, I guess. We don't really need that. Let's see. Pretty nice. I'll take this since it's like a separate scaling, but I'll go multiplicative. When Sakura runs out, we'll have to rely on the magic attackers, but sure, let's just see how this goes. Oh, bonus points. Bonus points. We'll need the HP here. I mean, we might, but let's hope we don't. And in case I do end up giving someone in something, how it's going to run me too. Two characters here and there getting points. I'm trying to avoid using Yugi this turn too. Do I even have her yet? I guess you don't get her till later. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so I feel like that's an okay starting party. We'll start off a... Oh, no it's not. Hold on, we have someone on 56, I didn't realize. Okay. 1 sec. Yeah, hopefully now the hair is out of my nose. I feel like it's probably not though. Okay, so we do still need one of this. I just hope she doesn't spam it and lose all of her MP. Good, okay. If I want, I could put another one on. Yeah, I feel like I should probably just put one on Satomi now, actually. Okay, that'll be enough speed. So let's start buffing up with these guys. I kind of don't want to actually attack until it's already buffed itself, because I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I don't know if it puts it to 100% or if it buffs by 100%, so we're gonna find out, I suppose. Let's start using discarding now, and we'll see what happens when it buffs itself in a sec. So I guess Sakuya can start swinging with Kondong now. There we go. That's the damage I was hoping for. Okay, so it's by 100, so it's okay. You don't waste your debuffs if you start using them early. That's good. But I'm not able to debuff it by enough in time to really get it to the point where it's not going to still need us. I see. At least not with just this Carter, unsurprisingly. We might still have another turn before it hits, because everyone's pretty fast here. I'm gonna hit it again with Sakria. And Basin actually gets to go too. So I'm gonna swap Sakria out. We're probably just gonna lose her. We're gonna lose a couple characters, honestly. It kinda sucks. We're gonna Kamachi since she should survive a hit. Use a discarder, even though we're probably gonna lose some characters. And we like cut down half of its buff, which is nice, I guess. That still does... okay. Alright, so the guys on the left nearly survived that, which is good, I guess. Let's bring in... I guess we'll start with Sakria, sure. Watch, you can just be the switcher. Unfortunately, Kano is our only offense buffer, and Sakria's attack has already fallen pretty far. It's not actually doing that much now. She really needs that on, like, totally stacked up. Rough stuff. Otherwise, she's doing, like, about half of what she can do. This does some good damage, though, don't get me wrong. That's not, though. So it's... Is it already... I don't think it's buffed itself yet. It would have more if it had. So we still have more time to attack it here, I believe. Yep, okay. So next turn it'll actually attack. Who can we bring in that's likely to survive? Maybe Rainbow, but I don't know what her Mystic Affinity's like, so maybe not. We might not actually have anyone that can survive this on the front line right now. Fair. I feel like we can probably outspeed, so I will have Pegasa do a magic transfer on Sakura first. Reimu can swap Sakura out so she doesn't die. We can try mailing. Okay, I see. Alright. So. What do we want to do here? I need to be able to keep Sakura buffed up better. So we need more buffers. We need a second buffer that isn't just Kane. And we need a good magic attack debuffer as well. If I don't have a character for that, I can always just put Hexer on someone. I frankly kind of always forget what does that. I think Alice might have something for that. Alice, I think, has a couple debuffs on her attacks, right? I'm gonna take a look at Alice's skill set. No, not really, besides this. I don't know what Alice I'm thinking of. Guess it's some kind of debuff on one of her things, right? She's got dark damage too, so she'd do a lot of damage here. No, she doesn't? No debuff, just tear. Either way, I think I'm going to slot her into the party regardless, just because she's good here. As, like, another physical attacker. She'll do just as much as Sakura, if not more, so let's try that. So this fight in particular is one where we really don't have to carry too much about defenses. We need to make sure we're not super weak to Mystic, but that's about it, really. Patchy's not really good here. Let's swap Patchy out. I haven't really looked at Suiko yet. Do either of these guys have any kind of debuff that would be good here? More attack and magic. Always really long. Let me check something real quick. I don't have any stones right now, but I could take one off of someone. Let me take off Wriggles. They'll set them. And let's teach someone the Hexer subclass. So... Actually, wait, he has Hexer. Hold on then. Oh. Well, there we go. Okay. That works, I guess. Sure. So, Parsi. That's 530 HP. Parsi, let's just give her some nice damage. She resists Mystic by default, which is good. She has good mind, actually. Pretty good mind. For an offensive character, huh? Nice. Okay, I'm gonna put that on her. Seems like a given. I need money. Anything I can sell that I don't want, or should I just maybe go to a few fights? Okay. Thank you for popping in, da-da-da. I'll have a good first attempt in a bit, thank you. I obviously don't want to sell this stuff off. I can sell this maybe, just one of them, just to get some points. Some money. All these guys. It gives us a little bit to work with, I guess. So, first things first, I'm going to get Parsi here. She's going to be another attacker. I never... Oh, maybe she's one of the ones I did a reset on. And that's expensive. I wanted to have a bit to work on Sakria and maybe Remy, but I see that's not going to happen. Okay, no. That says 9. That's fine. Leave Remy out, I guess. Let's try this. So, I'm going to Hina. Grayson's still good at doing her job. Hina's still our only offensive buffer, so we need to keep her. Unless we, You know what? I have a Stone of Awakening. Let me... Maybe Rainu? Oh. Komachi, maybe. Since Komachi can survive for a while. I'm gonna give her, Enhancer. I might have to do a skill reset. She probably doesn't get points. Yeah, I'd rather just do a reset on her. Hold on. Often I don't use a lot of these skill, a lot of these subclasses, so they're kind of almost new in a sense to me. Invest in a lot of these, I guess we don't. We'll take it, sure. Magic and attack, that's what we'll be putting on Sakria, so that's what we need. And it doesn't really matter what else we take, honestly, as the HP is nice, but we can't take it. Sure, give me money. Okay. So she's another buffer for once Candy's gone. Or if we lose Candy, whatever. Now let's try this. Let's see how this goes. I believe Parsi still has her points in attack, like her level up points. Yeah, everyone's under the level limit, so okay, let's try this. So what gear does Sakria have? Yeah, that's fine. We already spec'd out her gear. That's okay. Hey Elephant, it's okay, you didn't miss too much. I think you popped in for a really brief time last stream, right? When I struggled for 4 hours against the Magatama. I'm making a bit more actual progress this time. I promise. Really. So we'll do 1 lunar clock. We'll do 2 lunar clocks. Fine, that happens. Okay, 1 more elixir. I don't even really need another one, but yeah, we'll do 1 more. Nina can start cursing this thing. How much does that lower it by? Oh, we've got a lot more to lower it by before we can survive, that's for sure. We might be in trouble if we can't get that significantly lower. Oh god. It's 49, huh? I mean, is Sakura gonna live with Mystic Resist? Probably not, but let's try, I guess. No. No. Okay. Ooh. I see. Alright, so we need more debuffs. Or we need more buffs on us, I'm not sure. Parents have been sick? That sucks, sorry to be here, hope they get better. I think of just how I should go about this. I could put more defensives on us, I guess, maybe. And I could wait to put offense on until after we've, buffed up. And, like, survived a round of attacks, maybe? We have 2 discarders. Ah, so you're here for the nerve, but not the Metatama. That's okay, you just missed me bashing my head against a fight for a long time. Which, hey, maybe is your definition of fun. It was mixed feelings from me. No, that's still too much. Okay, interesting. And for all I know, maybe that ignores, mind or something. Should I get another, like, buffer, debuffer? I mean, racing can lower its stats a bit. Maybe this isn't really a fight where I want to try to keep my attackers in. I don't know. Oh god, Sakuya. I mean, that's probably a good thing, actually. That's probably about right. I really want to do this because it's going to, I'll do it anyway. Okay, that only debuffed racing, so that's nice. Cool. Oh yeah, its stats are pretty ruined right now. That's nice. So it's gonna buff plus 100% magic, so it's gonna be 64. For all offenses, anyway. Nina can just... I don't know how much that goes by. Maybe I should just be using Bio over them instead of the other thing. Some of the characters in our party seem to have pretty good resistance to that after all. Yeah, it's definitely stronger. Okay. Discarder. It's getting less turns, which is nice too. I think I can still have Sakuya attack for even. Go ahead. 40k. Nina gets another attack. Okay. This is looking good. I think we can stay in this. I think we've lowered its stats enough that we're okay to stay in. At least for one more cycle here. Its magic is actually debuffed, which is pretty massive. Considering how much we had to debuff it to get it to that point. I'm gonna do one more magic debuff. There we go. We survived. Just barely, but that's fine. Just barely is okay, honestly. Alright. Need to buff Sakuya. She's kind of suffering as far as, like, her damage goes. Racing... What do I want to do? I want to heal a little bit. Kenny's gonna have to back out soon. Golden Doll. Very nice. That's like max damage. This thing is gonna buff itself again soon. So we either have to end the fight before it can get off another attack, or we need to try to debuff it again. I think we'll probably just try to debuff it again, honestly. Nice. No double attacks though, which kind of sucks. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit more of a magic debuff on it so it has more to buff through. I'm contemplating maybe bringing in RC here, but he doesn't have enough to buff her, so there's not any point quite yet. We're mostly healed. I'm gonna buff us with Great Hawkeye Barrier response. Once Sakuya's gone after this attack, I guess I'll swap for Parsi. Okay, concentrate with Hina. Sakuya can swap herself out for Parsi, actually, that's better. Okay. So, let's start one more time with Hina. It's gonna buff itself in a second here. We're gonna do a buff with Rainbow because Parsi doesn't have any buffs yet. Parsi resists this stuff pretty well. Got good mind, she's got good mystic resist. But we don't have much time to debuff it. So I don't actually know how this is gonna go. Kind of concerned. If I get racing, I could do a discard, but that's not really that big. Sakuya might be able to get off a magic debuff. Let's try, let's try. I'll be able to survive and set up here, so bye with him. Parsi's immune to debuffs, thankfully. by rhythm. Let's check its stats. Of course, he's turn level 6. I think that's probably gonna kill Posse. Maybe other characters too, so... yeah, let's not risk it. Let's do this. We'll swap Parsi in just a moment after the attacks. It's fine. Hopefully we survive this, mostly. Yeah, okay. Alright, so... try to get Terra, then use Jealousy, Kind and Lovely. So... I don't know if this thing's... okay, so you can Terra it. Weak Terra one time just fine, that's good. Racing back in. Racin's going to use Elixir once. I think we're nearly done with this now. I think we'll get it before it can attack again just fine, honestly. We can actually attack with all three of us if we want, or I could bring in a fourth character. Sure, let's bring Rumia as well. So now... Elixir twice on somebody. We'll start using Discarder. Elixir again. Might even do it a third time. So this is going to do a lot of damage. It's actually just as much as Sakura is doing, but it's still nice to see. Rumia... does Rumia even have any items on her right now? She's not really prepped for this, I guess. Okay, Discarder. Another Discarder. Saku's so fast. There we go. Easy. First try. Oh nice, we get another tablet. I thought we could see what a dark magic grimoire is. Huh? The monster became enveloped in light and shrank until it became an entirely different shape altogether. So that huge monster. It became small enough to fit into my palm. What's that? The Plitikodan seal. What's that? Yeah, you tell me. This is... Rainbow, do you happen to know what that is? When we came here, wasn't there a place where we couldn't proceed without that seal? No, there was the Iris seal. Did I miss it? Yeah, there was something like that. Maybe that monster's job was to protect that seal? That's your take on it? I think so. Probably. Now let's go back and start looking. Rainbow, tell us where that place is. Where was that place again? Thanks, Rainbow. You've been very useful. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Satori, I'm actually appreciating her more than normal on this run, honestly. Usually I don't use her much. I like what she's doing now. I'll be right back. Let me just go refresh myself on stuff. One sec. Okay. So I wasn't going bad game. I'll talk about some changes I made to the rewards. So I added a new thing. It's currently sub only, or at least it says it is. I don't think there's a way to actually restrict it from what I can find. Where if you redeem 10k points, you can queue up a Pixiv story, I think under whatever character limit I put in there, to be translated during a future stream. So I figured once I build like maybe 3 or 4 up, maybe more, maybe less, I'll have a stream where I sit down and translate all those. It would be fun. I think the brief ones that I've done in the past a couple times. What's in here? Yeah, some other kind of book or something it said that wasn't just the Forbidden Tome. I'm sure it's in here somewhere, but I probably won't find it. But no. That really thing of the Discord. Not quite a Pixiv story, but yeah, it's definitely an ongoing tale, let's say that. It's not quite as weird as it sounds. I don't think it's supposed to be, at least. Just don't mind the gesture that Nailing's doing, it's all in good faith. And besides that, I was looking to implement something else, and I went through most of the process of doing it, and then I realized it might not actually be possible. So what I wanted was a thing where a user could redeem, let's say 500 points or whatever, and claim a kanji as their own. And I wanted that kanji to be shown like next to their name in chat, but apparently that's not something you can do in Twitch. I'm just stuck in here. So I made an external program with Lua that like mix it up, the like app that I use for all this redemption stuff. Like hooks into it, sends the request to it, checks against a list of kanji and usernames, and it'll like say, oh, this is already taken, or like, oh, this one's free, you can have it, and it like records it. So I have all that done, but there doesn't seem to be any way to make it actually work. There's like a user title variable, but that's just something in Mixitup's end, not on Twitch. There's like sub badges, but you can't just assign those, and those are sub only anyway. There's roles, but Mixitup can't seem to interface with the role system on Twitch. So I think I was trying to implement something that's not possible. There's a couple ways to kind of get around this. If I were to show chat messages on stream, let's say maybe just the last 3 or 4, because I don't want that to like spam the screen. It would be a small interface above my cam, and messages would probably only show for, let's say, 10 seconds per message. I could display the message with that user's like claimed character right there next to it. I'm contemplating maybe doing that. That's essentially the only real way to get around it, I think. Which is kind of disappointing, but it's not the other one. I think that's... So where is that? I must have to get up to the other part of the floor, huh? Okay. Gotcha. Alright. What temp do we need for this? But yeah, that's basically where I'm at. Are there any thoughts on that? I think it might be a neat little fun system to have. But if it's something that people aren't really enthused about, then that's fine. But I feel like it might be neat. Someone wants like the fire kanji, or they want like a weird obscure kanji that nobody knows about. 77 to 82. Okay, can I get that with like the other controls? The like set of 3 borbs maybe? A good choice. You may have waterfall. I think there's a couple different waterfall kanji though, so don't be surprised if someone else takes the other one. There's Taki, and yeah, there's also the lesser known other Taki. I'm sure I've seen that used like once, probably in an RPG or something. RPGs love their weird ass kanji usage after all. So I can fall down. Is this fine? Yeah, so this gets me like to this main area up here. On 13, I can manipulate this. I've already forgot the numbers. I think there's 82 I need or something. Around 82. That's not the right way. 76. Oh god. Okay, well hold on. Let me go back out and go look. This is kind of the problem with this part of the game. So we need to get up to over here. What are the exact requirements here? 77 to 82. I'm 1 degree off. Isn't the one somewhere that gives you like 2 degrees? Can you do 20? I think I want to look to the right. That gives like 4, right? So I can use that one. Okay, well, is there one I could go toggle in the other area that would get me between 77 and 82? Maybe? Maybe? Just maybe? Sounds interesting, but you probably wouldn't use it. That's fair. I'm not exactly sure if I want to implement it, but it's kind of an idea I was just sitting on. Oh, there we go, 80. That should do. Okay. Nice, nice. I was considering combining a lot of the shady trial things like just into the random thing, because they take up so many different reward slots. It's not like I'm running out of slots. I don't actually know how many I have, but I feel like it's kind of annoying having to scroll through all those, right? Maybe intimidating as a new user as well. I don't know. Let's go over to the left first. I think that's, what did Byakurin, right? Is that one of the scrolls on the other side? Or you need a barrier for that? There's a barrier here. Let's refer to a barrier specialist in the scene. Miss Raymond, please give us your expert opinion. Maybe to be, let's see here. Hello, hello? Is there someone outside the barrier? Yeah, Byakurin's on the other side of us. Ah, this voice. It is I, Byakurin. I'm at the opposite side of the barrier. Would you be the Rich Tree Exploration Party? I suppose that's a silly question. Who else could it be? Byakurin, why'd you erect the barrier here? The enemies have become very strong in this area. As I needed to rest, I created a powerful barrier that would require much complete suture skulls to remove. Thus, I proceeded to create the barrier, but rarely after it was finished, eep, I realized the skulls that were necessary to remove the barrier had been lost during my journey. Eep, is that really the only reaction you had? As such, may I request that you assist in finding the suture skulls I lost? There should be 4 of them. Let it dry your lips a little bit. 4? Geez, that's a lot. All 4 of the suture skulls are required to remove the barrier. I'll be counting on you. Thank you. She makes it sound so simple. Can you force open the barrier somehow? I could if I had the time. For a barrier like this, I'd have to work on it for about a day. I guess they're like knots. Muscles this side of the Great Tree are pretty strong. Staying here for an entire day is going to be a big ask. Right, I think doing as she says and searching for the scrolls would be faster. That old hag. Let's keep an eye out for him. How many do we have so far? Surely not all of them, but you have to grab them with, Nazarene. Just to have kind of affection. He should be in here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, we have 1. Oh, okay. Oop. Oop. It's not good. Oh, hey, we can get through the seal there. Okay, good. We don't have a proper exploration party right now, huh? I'm gonna put Patchy back in, and I guess Nazarene too. Nazarene's kinda good to have for grinding anyway. Alright, let me leave real quick and come back. Hold on. So I got a bit of party stuff. I'll go Lumia for now. Nazarene and... I didn't end up using Kanako actually. Patchy. Nazarene actually does have a cold skill. Be pretty good here. Let's see. Actually gonna give Nazarene quite a lot of attack here, I think. Some speed would be nice too, probably, huh? I guess that'll do. I don't really want to kill her MP stat though. Let's give her accuracy, why not? That's fine. Yeah, and Patchy still has equipment, right? Yep. I don't think Nelson has many points, but let me give her some maybe. That shall suffice. Who's quickest in the front line? Not Nazarene. Almost though. I must have to give you a bit more speed than this. mean, this does give you a lot, don't get me wrong. Okay, that's the pitch now. This. Meteor Drive. Sounds like he has that right now. So 133. She's still getting outsped. Alright, hold on. Do I have... You know, I could just go do her level up bonuses differently, that'd be fine. She needs 136. I'll hold on to those for now. Those two. Oops. Okay, she should have a few unspent ones anyway. Okay, that'll do. Okay, now she'll get to go first. I'm gonna need Sakuya probably. Let's... I don't know about Satori Essential app. Oh wait, no, I could still use Satori actually. That'd be fine, yeah. She still works, she can just copy Nazarene skills, so that's good. And over here, I guess in case people die, we'll have Komachi there. Alright. Really need a defensive item on her, so let's put on something that does some damage though. I don't really have much. Unless we swapped out someone just now that had something like that on them, maybe? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we have another tablet. Okay. Keep that on, and Nazarene. Actually... Wait, okay. That's fine. Cool. Just taking a peek over on Discord real quick. This song. Let me think of it. I can actually just put on the thing that gives us more money, which would make a bit more sense, maybe. I'll take that. Money. Also, the library levels. Sorry, most of the character levels are not library levels. So, yeah, we're gonna leave those for now and use them when we need them, but for now, let's just explore a bit. Okay, so Gold Rush, I guess, isn't really ideal here. I might just have to use this, which helps drop rate, I suppose. Which will this do? Yeah, not enough. Okay. Second hit will do it at least, I guess. Let you recharge, so Naz can push off instead. Text. Okay. Nothing interesting. Nothing I need to respond to at least. Oh, 66 to 68. But I don't really want to do that until I have a better way to get into here. Probably a checkpoint from up above. So let me keep going for now. I don't want to mess with the orbs yet, otherwise I can't come back in here. I'd have to do a full reset and stuff if I mess it up badly. I guess together they can get them though sometimes. But in general, Pendulum's going to be better here. Azure Lights. Speaking of Azure, I do want to start up like that Dark Souls randomizer run sometime soon. I'm still playing through Dark Souls with a friend and I've been enjoying it so much. Sorry, not Dark Souls. Elden Ring. I've actually started up like a solo file, just messing around with a different build, just kind of speeding through and ignoring a lot of stuff and getting stronger, killing things, just playing the game really. So I'm just kind of eager to play more. Good, we can really easy to have a buff. That's relief. I'm not even really getting that much extra money. Well, I guess, to be fair, we're not able to use Gold Rush in all the fights, so of course we're not. Nothing for now. But these ones we can at least gold rush, which is nice. That's about it though. Big ouch. At one point, though, you kind of have to ask, like, is it worth the extra time that it's taking to do these fights? It's a hard balance to strike. And I don't really know the answer myself. None of these are working so far, huh? Oh, I could have actually gold rushed that one, that's right. Well, next time. Thank you. Maybe there is no immediately available checkpoint over here. Maybe not quite yet. Nazarine's repeat turn thing on Fail is really, really cool. She's a pretty fun character to use once she gets going. And she gets you extra stuff, so I'll never complain about that. Hey, Shoxus. Probably about to leave anyway and get everyone healed up because it looks like I'm going to have to actually fiddle with the temperature to keep going in this part, so I want to make sure I'm topped off before then. Actually, I might be able to find something over here. No, actually the floor kind of keeps going, doesn't it? Okay. Doesn't it always? This might actually be the way to the stairs to the checkpoint. I'm not sure. I can one-shot the Crimson Beast. Gold rush. The whole Nazareth thing is just remembering like enemy HP thresholds and knowing what you can and can't one-shot basically. It's a gimmick. I don't mind it. It engages the brain, the neurons, just a little bit. Just enough, but without being too much. Like a certain temperature puzzle. Okay. Alright, so I do need to, okay, sure. Alright then. So let me just make sure I'm all healed up. Hey! I don't know why they give me money, but hey, I guess I'll take it. I guess I'm doing a good job on something apparently. So without speed on her, I can actually give her even more damage. Just want to make sure that she's not getting outsped by Patchy or Komachi, which is, I guess, a pretty easy job anyway, honestly. So I think I have... Oh, that's the item it was earlier. It's just dark. Okay. What I was looking for then. No, it could have been a time one. It's not that one. It's over here. Oh yeah, it's 30 hours. Here's even more money. Thank you. Can't wait to get 60k at 60 hours, which will be nothing. Give me 600k, unironically. That would maybe still be a dent. 60 hours. Somewhat. Okay, so Nazarine's pretty much good to go. I guess I could save the rest of the money for a bit and see who I want to use it on once we reach another boss. So I don't really know yet. So that's fine. I'll actually just save for once. Save the game too, for once. Both. Okay, so back into the tree. So let's see here then. Okay, so when we leave since we don't have a shortcut into this section, we need to make sure to set it back to 80. But for now, let's pick a path in here and see if we can get the temperature to be right for it. So let's try to go here, this item. Bring me back to US. We're in this week. Good here. We can get through it before DOD. You've got a little while left still. 66 to 68. Bring it back to 80. Now it's going to be doing quite a bit more damage now. Still not enough to one-shot stuff, really. Unless it's weak to her, though. That's fine, that's fine. So, 68 or something like that? Oh, there we go. That should be perfect, right? Okay. That's one down. It's just gear that's not really that good. It's worth like 1k. $64 to 65.2. So I don't think we can get that, right? This is just gonna bring it back up for a ways. Alright, yeah, we can't get that with these alone. Alright, so give up on that one. We'd have to fall from up above or come back down from a midpoint or something for that, I guess. I think. Oh, yeah. Let's check the others then. I guess I'm committing to killing the Kadama. We have like a second turn at the start essentially with Satori, where we can soften something up for Nazarene once, so that's okay, I guess. Ooh. I think this kills this? Yeah. Yeah. 57 to 59, we can't hit that. We need higher temp runs. 87 to 90, okay. I think we can maybe do that. 87 to 90. There we go. Simple +8 is all we needed. So I'll soften this guy up. Oops, that's grained fingerprint. That's not at all what I wanted, actually. Oh. Nazarene, no. Miss. Actually, still has a lot of MP. Oh. Can't use Nazarene's skills if she's unconscious. What a shame. Was it this one on the left? Or was it the one further up? What was this? Oh, and this... Oh, interesting. Okay. It's -10. Okay. I see this could... This is probably gonna be a bad thing in the long run, but let's do it, let's do it. So let us get a few others that we couldn't get otherwise. So now... And this is gonna make it so I can't really get back in here. Maybe. I mean, what options I have, I guess, but still, we'll do it anyway. We'll wish the Kadama to weaken it. And this can finish off Kadama. Finish off the knight. And concentrate, and Patchy can finish off the rock. The rock is so slow that even Patchy outspeeds it. Poor sad thing. 57 to 59. What about this other one here? 67 to 69. I might be able to get that. This one? 185. Okay, well we can't get that one anymore since we lowered the temp by 10. Okay, what numbers did we want again? Maybe I should... I'm gonna have to write these down in Notepad. Can only avoid it for so long, I guess. Okay, I can't really have anyone rest because we need to make sure this is a longer run to utilize health stuff. So what I'm gonna do is go note down some numbers, I guess. So So 64 to 65.2. Okay, noted. And what else do we have? 47 to 50.8. Okay. And what else? 67.2 to 69.8. Sure. The beasts are at least 3-1 shots, I guess. That's nice. I think they... Oh, well, maybe not always free. That's not the right move. That's not the move I wanted. You can let up now, Sakui. It's okay. Have a little bit of chill. Satsui gets one more fight before she leaves, as does Nazrin. In which case, I'm gonna concentrate so she gets a couple moves next fight, I guess. It's fine. Okay, so... this one over here? 57 to 59.9. I think there's still more I missed. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, hold on. I think I missed this one over on the right. Right here? 81 to... yeah, okay. 81.2 to 85. I just organize these by temperature range. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we have 5 different ranges that we're aiming for here. So let's see. What's the highest I can get it right now? I think 78, right? Because I lowered it earlier over there. Yeah, so the best we can do right now... Range... Question mark to 78. Okay, so 78 is as high as we can go. As low as we can go is 58. 58 to 78, so we have a 20-degree range here. I can get through the 58 barrier right now, so let's go do that. So... I'm just gonna shuffle the others aside here, like the top and bottom ones, since we can't possibly fit through them right now. Not this particular setup, so here we can, I suppose. Okay. This one's gonna finish this fight for us. In HFB. Okay, Satsui's gonna stick around for a bit. I'm gonna let her regen her MP in the back though. She's not really much help without a bit of MP, so she can wait. Alright, this is the one. Yogurt doll? Question mark? Oh, nice. Yeah, that's kinda handy. TP is something that's useless in boss fights, so I'll always take more MP. For sure. Well, most characters don't care about TP at least. Okay, so... that one's off the list now. Okay, let's go back to the controls. And see what we can do. So, can we get between 64 and 65? That's really too specific. That's not enough. That's too low. Right, there we go. We can get through one. This will be another one off the list. Wherever it is. Here maybe? Nope, that's the high one. Probably the one on the right. If I had to guess. Or the Ballast Knight. I think that's a rare guy, right? I like the idea of rare enemies, but I don't like the fact that, you don't know, like, if you're in an area of war that could have them. So you might not even know that they exist, or that rare enemies are a concept that are, like, bound to specific core areas at all. I like the idea, don't get me wrong. I love the idea of rare encounters. I think it could be worked on a little bit, though. Hey, this is the stairs. Good, okay. Neat checkpoint, I guess. Okay, good, okay, cool. So there's more controls up here, which is bad news if I've ever heard any. I'm not touching these quite yet. So I probably could have gotten through the 67 and 69 door too. So I'm gonna go back down and do that in a second, if I can. What's this? Would have been Marissa, don't you hear a sound? Sound? I'm only hearing the sound of flames. No, I hear something now. It's like the sound of someone fighting. Yeah, we're hearing this from the other side of this dead end. Looks like we can see a bit from this side from that gap in the trees. Wait, can't you see something? Wait a minute. Is this Yuriko, I think? We've gotten tough. I can't be careless against these small fries anymore. Ah, Yuriko? Oh, who is it that called me just now? Hey, Yuriko, over here. Turn around just to your left. Oh my, oh my. Is that who I think it is on the other side of the wall? Is that you and your group right now? Hey, can you hear us? Yes, loud and clear. I can't see you though. Yuriko, weren't you together with Yukari? What happened to her? Well, we were together until just a while ago. Did you guys go to the 15th floor? It's filled with pitfalls. I got caught in one and fell down to this floor. I lost touch with Yukari because of that. If you go to the 15th floor, make sure to watch your step. Thanks for the tip. Hey, Yuriko. Anyway, Yuriko, are you okay by yourself? We heard you speaking to yourself just then, saying it was slowly getting harder. So you were listening. I suppose it would be time for me to join up with you. After being separated from Yukari, wandering this place alone has gotten a tad bit lonely. You'll welcome me for sure, but we're not even sure how we can meet up with you in the first place. How do we get to where you are? I don't know. Saw, she says. No, it's just that I read on the map and knowing where we're going to Yukari is quite the weak point for me. Well, I guess Yuriko's always been that kind of character. Well, we'll wander a bit so we can find a way to get to you. Are you gonna be alright till then? Don't worry, I'll be okay one way or another. Yeah, then I'll look for a place to stay safe on this side and wait for you. Do try to hurry. Good, we'll try our best on this. Stay safe, Yuriko. Yes, you too. I'll be waiting. No, ghost abilities are only working gag cutscenes. They're not able to be used in actual things. It's like saying, use a phoenix down to revive someone who dies in a cutscene. It's just against the rules, you know? Game devs aren't allowed to do that. As sad as that may be. Yeah, a little narrative dissonance there. I said it, I said the thing. Alright, so like I said, I wanted to go back down real quick here. I'm trying my best to like not touch all these side paths. That's not really the time for that. Okay, go back down and not bad. So the range I wanted to get in. I'm just gonna note down that no, this won't matter. So it's 65. Can we get between 67 and 69? That one raises by 8, so that should do. Wait, no, that's 66. Oh no. No can do, I don't think, right? Nope. Too much. Okay. That's fine. Alright, we'll just mess right up on the next floor, then that's okay, I guess. I'm only crying about it a little bit. Only a little bit. What should I do up here, actually? Yeah, it's true. There are some non-flyers in the group, probably, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, Marissa's able to fly with her broom. Maybe she left it at home. Wait, is she holding her portrait? She's not at the party. I can't check. She might be. I don't know offhand. In which case, I eat my words, I guess. What can we gold rush here? I think this will take 2 hits still. Let's take it out though. I'm sure the cube isn't gold rushable, right? No, 0 damage. Man, I want to go back and fight Yuka. I want to fight Yuka. I like going back and fighting bosses. I like distractions that make it so I don't have to solve puzzles. My favorite part of the game. Okay. Don't waste MP on that. I'll actually take it out. No, we won't. Okay. Rumi is not in the party. Rayson. Rayson's good at piercing defenses. It's okay. You have a 50-50 chance of piercing most of its defenses. It's gonna be that 50-50 when we use Mindstorm Mine now. Not that turn, I guess. And we could maybe death it too if we're lucky. Oh, I think that was the attack. It doesn't actually have death. Ups, hum. Okay. Fun. Let's see. What's his highest death chance? No luck. And there we go, finally. 1,000 damage killed it. That pathetic little thing. Back on the topic of Labyrinth of Touhou, I do wonder like how high the characters are gonna go. I wonder if 3 pesos like kind of baiting us into only expecting characters. Oh god. Characters from 15 and before by not showing them off yet. Maybe he's gonna go like all the way up to 18. I mean, we could get Chimata. I feel like Chimata would be an interesting character. Yeah, that guy's a nicer enemy in the fact that he can just wipe your party on turn 1, depending on who you've got out front. He's something. That guy's rough. Who else? Oh, I don't know. Ability cards make you think of a quick slot that could have a passive or active benefit. I mean, if anything, you could have like... So you know how 2 has skills that are like, take this skill or this skill. If you take both, it deactivates the other. She could have like a thing that says like, okay, Chimata can have 4 of these 20 different skills. These are all cards, so you get 4 slots. So you could like level up 4 skills out of her skill set. And you can like put multiple levels in them, and then she still has like some normal skills outside of that, or something like that. And, like if she gets awakened, she gets like more skill slots or something like that. I do kind of hope that like with the quote-unquote strong characters, the elites or whatever people are kind of calling them tentatively, I'll probably go with elites too, honestly, in the translation. I hope that he like leans into like making them all really unique and interesting. Like if they get like their own mechanics or like different methods of strengthening them, I'd be totally fine with that. I'll hit this. 15. Oh, it's a big difference. Oh yeah, I think I'll go fight Yuka after this. Probably after this exploration here. I like Satsui, but more limited in copying abilities. Something like that could work. I don't know. We could always have someone that can copy enemy abilities too, but I feel like that's going to be kind of difficult in this game because there's so many different skills. And a lot of them are like specifically designed to work on your party, like the stuff that reduces HP to 1. A lot of bosses have that. You can't let the character use that, so you'd have to limit like the skills it works on. And at that point, you're already kind of like making adjustments to the system, you know? Oof, not that one. Yeah, frankly, like, Aya deserves to be an elite the way she is now. I will be happy if Aya is just not in the next game or, like, totally different, because I don't want to be tempted just to use her and break things. Oh, I'm not fighting these stupid cubes. No way, no way. You know, every time I played through Labyrinth of Touhou 2, I've always, like, fully completed every map. But I mean, if I want, you know, I could just not do all the temperature puzzles. I could just do the one I need to do and keep going. Interesting thought, right? Not sure what I'll do. I might actually just, yes, the camera did get moved. I bumped the table a couple times, thank you. I don't know if the sound went through, but I kind of, adjusted my seat and I bonked it with my leg. Thanks for pointing that out. God knows I never noticed. I'm just now getting used to swapping scenes back when I get back to my room. One step at a time. Baby steps, baby steps. Streamer is still baby streamer. I really look forward to the Elden Ring randomizer. I might start it up within like the next week, honestly. But like I said, I also wanted to do a run of Alice and the Dollhouse in a Dream, which I could probably realistically do within... depends on how long I stream for, but maybe 4 to 6 streams. I don't know. I guess I'm not super duper familiar with it, but I played through the whole game once. It's not super difficult either. It's honestly like a pretty manageable game as far as difficulty goes. Bring up Corsi for a sec here. But yeah, now that Meatball Craft is on hold for a while, again, I don't want to abandon Meatball Craft. I like the mod pack a lot. But it's on hold for a while because it's such a long-term thing, and I don't want it to be like a constant factor stopping me from other projects. And now that it's on hold, I'm a bit more free to play other things, I feel, which is nice. Otherwise, there's always that kind of idea there in my head that like, oh well, I don't really want to play something new today. I haven't played Meatball Craft in a week. I feel bad that I haven't played more Meatball Craft, you know? I don't want to abandon it. But official hiatus, I think, is a good thing for mental health. For some projects, now and again. I think you gotta manage that kind of stuff. I've never been good at that, but... I gotta be a bit more lenient with myself there, I think. Self-leniency is good, you know. Tolerate the fact that you're not perfect. I'm not fighting the cubes, it's okay. Maybe if I had Rumi in the party, but I don't right now. Oh, that one has it get pretty chilly. Micron's Magic Book. Ooh. Micro Machines? Micro Man? Michael Afton? Evasion. I see, it's the Aya. It's the Aya book. It's okay. We don't use Aya. We don't talk about Aya here. Aya's not allowed in here anymore. Not after what she did. We can't go anywhere. Absolutely nowhere. Well, I guess we do need to try some of these holes. I think like the one in the lower left is progress, right? Maybe? I think there's something down there that we want to go through, maybe? I can't quite recall. But after I've mapped it, I'll try that. Yeah, people were criticizing the pitfalls on Twitter too. They're not really well liked, and yeah, I don't like them either. People were saying it wouldn't be so bad if you could check like other maps from the map screen, and yeah, that would be cool. That would help. So you could kind of like line up where they are and not just have to test every single one to just be totally sure that there's no weird secrets. I would definitely prefer it that way too, I think. I'm having memories come back to me all of a sudden of like going through this like room with the pitfalls like a ton of times to like keep going back to the same place. Maybe for like respecting for a boss fight or something. And I'm kind of concerned. Can I please go to the cube? No? No. Okay, no, never mind. MP for nothing. You've been struggling for 2 weeks to see. I mean, I'm sure if she's got time, she'd probably be happy to work with you on it. She's probably like up there with you as far as like people who are knowledgeable about the game, right? So I said go for it. I'm not very good at reaching out to people either, don't get me wrong. But I've got a bit more used to it these days. Like reaching out to strangers for like, hey, do you wanna test this? Do you wanna translate this? Or things like that. It's a process, you know. I'm sure the person you're talking about probably respects you and what you've done for the game too. So I think you've got a good common point of interest to reach out there. Don't worry, holding both the name of who I'm talking to and the name of who you're talking about, so it's okay. Granted, I don't think she's actually come across the screen before anyway, so I think you're even safer, honestly. I'll send you virtual bravery, I guess. Whoosh. I'm doing no damage, no whoosh. Anything right here. Yeah, I mean, if someone really wanted, they could go find chat replay. Let's see, so I mapped that. Let me go over this way, but this isn't really going to bring us anywhere too cool, huh? This just brings us back to regular territory. Yeah, alright. Can you get anywhere with the temp always now? I guess I could get back down to this floor using that, with that temp. That's probably why I have memories of doing this a bunch, huh? But we need to find a boss up there. We need to get the iris seal, go through that thing in the middle. Okay, and we'll just get it. Alright. I bet I've missed a lot of the operant scrolls on like lower floors. I think I should go take a look real quick. So let's check all the floors from like 7 and onwards, because this is around where you guys anyway. Okay, nothing here. I walked down to 6, but I don't think there's gonna be anything this low. No, okay. Maybe to 4, 9, and then just go back down to 8 from there. That way I can check both. There's nothing here on 4, 9. 4, 8 has Yuka. Alright, I'm not sure if I can get in there yet, but let me check and see. There might still be one more flower up in the next area of the game. I'm unclear on that. We might be missing more than I thought. I don't really know offhand, honestly. No, you don't need to test everything in DoD right now. Just wait for the translation, honestly. You seem pretty familiar with the game. And even if you're not, it's okay. Like, I'm okay with new people playing it. It's totally fine, too. I'll be getting back to it quite soon, since Bohemian will be done very, very soon. Bohemian is pretty much done. It's gonna get play tested today, so all I have to do after that is a trailer, gotta do up the credits, and then it's good to go, actually. So, I'll be able to go full speed ahead on DoD again very, very soon here, which I look forward to. I always do. 53? Okay, so Yuka's a fun time. I think it was in GOS where she counter attacks if you hit her with fire rat. I don't think that's a thing in this game too. Kinda funny if it were. No, let's not put Hina out there actually. Let's I would discard a Apache for damage. We need a buffer though. Let's try this. We'll just jump in and see how it goes basically. That's 4, 9. It's actually 4, 8. But that is the best way to reach her actually, so good call. Perfect. On purpose. Let's see here. I see. I'll deal with that later. There's stuff on monitor too. Yeah, I don't actually know how the encounters work. But I would wait anyway because I don't even have all the enemy names translated. Last I checked, I still have a few left. And they're subject to change too. You say someone, but there's only one person that I can think of that could be in such a skilled place. A certain Yamamba? Ah? See? She said, ah, Marissa. How scary. Well, if it isn't Reimu, what kind of business brings you here? That's a very fun way to pass your time, coming all the way to a place like this just to start a fight with me. Wait, that's strange. How were you able to come here in the first place? The way should have been blocked by my flowers. Ah, so that's how it was. I was sure those plants were there to be a nuisance to us, but while we were making a fuss about how we couldn't pass them, those flowers suddenly withered and opened up the way. Now that you mention it, it was really mysterious. I really wonder what happened to them. How did this happen? I see now, it was you. Me? What about me? Did I cause those flowers to wither by any chance? I don't think I could have done that. That flower was too strong for me in the first place. You and your flowers are way out of my league. Wahaha, to say that you're weaker than a single yokai? That's quite something for one of the 8 million gods. Shut up, just be silent for a while. Besides, I'm the goddess of harvest. I can make flowers healthier, but making them wither is a bit difficult for me. I filled this great tree with flowers to make it my territory. Okay, well, that's out of the blue. So I was thinking of having my way with a whole bunch of you who disrupted my plans. Yeah. But I decided not to. I'll be joining you guys for a bit. Huh? Wait, what? What's going on all of a sudden? Well, Yuka's behavior has always been erratic, practically on the same level as Marissa. I don't really get what you're thinking, but we'll welcome you if you want to join us. Oh my, I'm so glad. Well then, take care of me for a while. Or so I thought, however. If I'm going to follow you, then I think I'll test your abilities a bit first. First you claim you're going to be our ally, then you suddenly challenge us to battle? Forget about it. Try to wiggle your way out. Get ready. Yuka's kind of scary. She's a pretty good character to have in your party, though. I tend to use her for a bit. I can try to hold off with her a bit in this run. But at the same time, it's not like she's super duper broken. Okay. Let's start getting those debuffs on her, though. Stats. And frankly, did I even really need Kana out here if I have Patchy out here? Ooh, do it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do Grand Concentration so we can get off a big attack. I'm gonna Sakura for speed. Kana is gonna get bopped. Here, Raymond. I'll actually have to prep for this. This is not gonna just work as is, clearly. She's actually only a little bit weak to fire, interestingly enough. She has a heal. Is she weak to cold? Neutral and all this stuff. Can I click Terror? Probably not. I don't really see her being scared of anything. Oh god. She debuffs, buffs, and then attacks all in one turn? Excuse me. Isn't that a little much? This nature, obviously. Cold. Okay, she's weaker to cold than she is anything else, so use cold. Okay. That's fine. I mean, Patchy is cold too, so that's alright, really. Okay. Let's see. So let's go with a cold core and some nature resist, I guess, to start with. Her attacks should all be, magic, so Patchy can actually probably kind of survive if we get her set up just right. So nature, she resists a fair bit, but could resist more. Let's see. Here's a little bit. I just want to get her up above 200 maybe. I'm gonna put this on her and save the up one for someone else. Cold attacks, huh? Nazarene has one, but she's not really the best, like, proper attacker. Fogasa, I'd have to respec into an attacker if I wanted to use her, which I could. I really want to use Nitori if I could help it. I'd rather just not use her, she's kind of a busted character. Kind of limits her options. I don't know if Suiko has cold. Maybe she does. I can check. I don't know what she has. I've barely used her actually. Yeah, she does. What's this? An AoE though, so I don't know how strong it actually is. It says it's kind of balanced. Oh, Kanako has a cold attack, right? A single target one. She has a Squeako, right? Yes, okay. Alright, let's use this. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm not gonna have Memoria, so don't bother with that. Okay. So she wants to be over here apparently. So that means Patchy has to hold off, but that's fine. She is weak to nature, unsurprisingly. More relevant. So that's tentatively a decent spot for her nature resist. I put a couple of library ones in, I'm not sure. Let me see here. What am I gonna do? have so many magic characters. We don't actually have like enough for everyone. Yeah, I will keep some on Nazarene, I guess. There's the sun. Right, that'll do for you. User needs more nature resist. Again, I want your attackers to have 200. Good. Let's see. That's good enough, I guess. Okay. Sure, keep your money thing on for like her. If we do swap naturally and she's good to go. We have 3 magic attackers, that's good. Saturday is really, really weak to nature, actually. That's problematic if we want to swap her into team point. But I can get around it. Okay, I can do a couple things. So, for all 4 of those attackers, give them just a little bit more nature. Get over that 200 threshold. I don't know if I'll be using racing or not yet. She's not, like, super effective, but she could still do some damage here and there, maybe. Not using Suiko. Actually, we'll invest in as well. She might have a wind attacker or something too. I don't quite recall offhand, so we might need to invest in that as well. We'll see. Nazarene. Oh, Nazarene, I mean, let's put a couple levels in. Any character that doesn't have like defensive stuff, give him a couple levels in. Keep in mind. And Kanako has no isn't anything actually. This isn't a full reset on her. All her money is going down the drain here. That's those 4 dealt with, yeah. Okay, and let's see, it's just a tank. And we also get tank here. Raven as well. Kamachi does not like nature. See that? Alright, that's all our money gone. So let's see what we can do with that. So, that's just good to go too. We don't have any physical attackers for this right now, but that might be okay. Racing isn't really set for this fight. I could, I mean, it's nice having discard her, so okay, I'm gonna try to get Racing in here too, I guess. It's not quite, oh, she's having you resist for, nature, oh, nature resist items. Is this something we can buy or craft? That's being equipped. Let's see here. Probably not, right? We can make some cool stuff here, though. Well, at least the Shamsha is pretty nice, but I guess it's not really good here. Everything else is kind of eh. But yes, we can. Oh, nice. I'll take a couple of these. Racing can have one instead of this. Green Dream. She's above the threshold now, that's nice. I could give her something else instead of this, but it's not like this is bad either. I'll give her a tablet. Okay, well, what if we want to use Sakuya? Get rid of this for Green Dream. I think it gives mind instead of attack. Sorry, instead of defense. I guess not. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, this says whatever right now. Doesn't really good. Give her some mind and HP. Here's the most mind, 36%. 40%. Doesn't really give anything else that we want though. We don't have many good mind items, huh, at this point in the game. Interesting. anything that gives a little bit less mind, but also gives like some HP. That's what he's. No, that's only 16%. Nothing else good that we want. Hmm. Just taking a look here. Anything that gave like mind and HP and totals up to something higher, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, I guess. I don't need magic. I guess that gives a lot of speed in mind, which is kind of nice. I think I'd better put that in Rainbow though. But he didn't start adjust. We need another nature thing for Rainbow. I'll have again. I'm making a lot of these, but that's fine. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Oh, we just making these. Okay, oh, yeah, the energy pack is actually pretty decent. Where is the energy pack, I wonder? Oh, well, let's go put away with this. She also needs, Green Dream, or Rosebush Robe in this case, I guess. Alright. Rain might also have survived now. Let's check out step points. Sorry, skill points. Of course, he has none right now. Oops, no wonder she wasn't doing much. She was actually doing some decent damage anyway, though. Good. Yeah, that's nice too. That just buffs her damage, basically. And it's the most important stuff. Sure. Cat making sounds. Amelia really isn't ready, is she? I haven't invested in her stats either, so she's just kind of sitting there and watching, I guess. Oh. Okay. Does she have mind boost? She has no mind. Most of the characters here are good to go. A couple of them are still defensively weak against nature. But that's fine, we just won't bring those characters in if we can help it. So, let's start off with... Yeah, I don't dislike this first part here, actually. Let's just start off with this. This is a good cold-focused anti-mind... Sorry, anti-nature team. Which is hopefully what we want. She might also have a wind attack, but we'll see. We'll start with this at least. It's a good baseline, maybe? Maybe not. Don't know until you go. Okay. So, this also debuffs her, which is nice. Oh. She'd poison us. That's nasty. Unfortunate. I can't really heal that on everyone, but I could heal us up in a turn or so, maybe. So, I'm gonna put a mirror on us so we don't die. Start doing that. I'm hoping we don't need another mirror. I'm gonna put sword on for Kanako, Grayson, and everyone really, I guess. We can start doing discarder now. This is just good to have in general, really. That's all. It's nice to start off the fight. Okay, she must have high mind or something. Because she's really not taking much from that. Unless it targets defense, I'll have to take a look. I mean, Kanako has library points, right? I think she's fairly decent there, yeah? I expect more. Let's try having Sadly use it. That's a bit better. Interesting. I don't know exactly what's going on there. Yeah, it's not doing much at all. Maybe her equipment's not as good as I thought it was. I'll have to take a look. Oh, Patchy. Miss Patchy, she has really high mind. Yep, so she survived that. That's good. Good here. Okay, let's see how much damage we do. Wait, no, I am going to concentrate. That way I can buff again before she gets her turn. Kind of being more efficient with her MP, which she has a lot of anyway. Okay. Sakuya should speed us up. More time. Okay, now we use Princess Undyne. Is that all? That's all we're doing? Saturday was doing about that much with way less setup too. This sucks. I'm gonna buff her mind. She's even getting the SDM buff just slightly off of Sakuya. Sakuya's only buffed up a little bit, so I don't really know if there's any point doing anything with her. I'm gonna bring out another attacker. I guess Nazar. Let's see how much Nazar can do. She's not really built to be used in boss fights, but she can still perform decently. I've used her to good success before. Hey! Okay, I think she just had a high mind stat. Though Satsui was doing some pretty solid damage to her. I think maybe physical is the way to go. And we don't have any physical core besides Nitori, so... I guess that means, unless we pump into Satoru's physical stat, we're just using Sakuya. And using, Killing Doll, probably. Also, we barely scratched our so far at all. We can always come back later, but we still need to respect the boss fight level. But we could come back with, like, better items and non-opera levels later if we need to. So, I don't know. I do want to try it a little bit more. It's like nothing. Okay. Kill me, that's okay. Go ahead. We're just gonna try going for her possibly defense, I guess. So let's open with something different this time. So let me check something. Satoru's skills. The basic attack and magic are pretty similar. I think the magic is only because I've used some training items on her. So you can use her to mimic either type of character, it seems, so that's very interesting. So what we're gonna do, well, Raisin can still have debuff at the start of the fight. I think she's good just to have discard her, really. So let's do this, maybe. This seems like it's kind of good. Get rid of this for a little pain, maybe. Okay, you have those. You're not really going to be usable this fight, I don't think. Put these items on her instead, somewhat. That is a pretty good item, but I think we have something better than that. Yeah, that's the stuff that we want right there. But I think I'm going to keep that on. So we're going to go with this for Saturday. However, we do need to get library points in her, so we can level her attack as well. So hold on. Workshop. Yeah, that's fine. And one of those, and one of those. Alright. More than enough, I think. So, focus on Satori and Sakuya. Why is your magic still so high? I've just like changed her gear and everything. Let me take a look at this. So our base stats now. Magic's still a bit higher. That's normal. That's going to be like that for a bit. Oh, I guess to be fair, like these. Well, that one gives both. Weird. I guess her skills go into magic boosts. I could reset her skills and put that into that instead. I guess I'll do that real quick. Hold on then. Doesn't take too long at all. We don't even need this on. We don't have any of the other members here, so Take this, get rid of buffs. That's really good. And I'll put points in that. And attack boost. And double boosts. Okay. Is everyone else here good on points? Except really, it's just kind of sitting and watching. Yeah. So, back to the library for Sophia. Daku's defenses are actually fine. Alright. Let's try this. Let's try this and see how this goes, basically. I don't really know if it's going to be enough, though, but we'll see. I'm curious to see how much physical does to her. Alright, I'm just kind of assuming that, that this is going to work how I want it to, but we'll see. Maybe my characters were just set up wrong. Knock up. So, just gear on. Magic stats just not really that high. Maybe she doesn't have library levels. No. Oh, her level up bonuses aren't used. Not a single one is used. That would probably be why, huh? That makes a really big difference. Oh. Oh, that's why Satori's magic is so much higher. Hold on, I have to fix that. That's what it was. All for points on magic. Every one of them. That would do it. That would definitely do it. In case I do need a backup attacker, I'll give Pinocchio some points. Anyone else here relevant right now? You know, Rick's gonna be in the party, so I'll give her some points too. I guess I could bring in Cerno. She is kind of a cold attacker, isn't she? Bit of her whole thing. Okay, let's go with this. I haven't really been ignoring Marissa for any particular reason. She's actually pretty good at just clearing trash battles. And she can be good in fights with Master Spark too, so... I do use her a fair bit, but she's not like a crutch character, so I'll bring her in if I ever need her. I'm not avoiding her in particular. Okay. Alright, King's a strategist, so we got a free turn at the start. That's nice. Let's buff defenses first. Fine, that's barely a scratch. One more time. Gonna focus. Good, okay. The good thing about Racing being out here is that Satsumi gets access to Elixir for a couple turns, so she can buff herself up and then start swinging with Sakuya's moves. If that's what you want to do, and I think it probably is. Let's see. How much will Killing Doll do? Pretty good, pretty good. That's very nice. Discard. Yeah, I think she just has high mind. But I want to actually buff Sakuya's offenses as well now. Man, that's a pretty big heal. That's most of the damage I've done so far. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna use Killing Doll. We're gonna have Raisin swap the self out for Waymo. I don't know if we can really afford to keep debuffing her slowly with that. It takes too long, I think. We need Waymo to heal us. Keep her offense up. Okay. That's really good damage. I'm gonna buff our defenses so Reimu stays alive so she can heal us again. Otherwise, I'm afraid she might not make it that long. tiny attack. Tiny as they come, I guess. Saturday's pretty low. I'm going to swap her out for a moment. I'm racing back. She might die. Okay. Alright, look at one of discards when we're out here. Heals. Has enough for another one if we need it. Okay. Amy's out of MP, so we're going to have to swap her out for a while. She can swap herself out though. She doesn't need someone else to do it. I'll put Machi there. I could have bided her time. She debuffed us, buffed herself. Ugh. So we just lost Rainy. We lost our only healer. That's maybe a bit problematic. Let's see. I don't really want to bring out Kanako or Patchouli here since they're better off in the fourth slot. So I guess Nazrin can come out as an attacker. But I feel like there's not enough support on this front line. Annie and Raymore are not real supports. Actually, no. Right, Kamachi has this. Sure. How much does that buff by? Ooh, that's pretty strong. 36% is a big buff. And 2 stats too. So it's good in like a missed attacker if you have one. Yeah. Not nothing, I guess. Yeah, she just doesn't take much from magic attacks. No, it doesn't. We'll just have to keep Sakuya buffed, I guess, but she's out of MP. Which is sad. We specifically put the thing on her that makes it so she doesn't get much from recharging her MP. And in return, she has a lot more MP. Ow. That was bad. I really don't like that thing that she can do where she just gets 2 turns in a row sometimes. That's really not good for me at all. Very much not good for me at all. She really just isn't going to do much though. Oh, actually I did put a lot that time. I don't know, I guess they're doing plenty of damage. I think it's because in Patchouli's case, she has that one buff because she's on the right. Nako, I don't know, she doesn't have desperation on, so I don't know why she's really doing much at all. Yeah, it's not like that's being triggered by something, is it? She's just doing it when she wants to do it, which kind of sucks, I assume. I don't know which of these is strongest to use. Probably... Let's do this to lower her stats, maybe. As if that's gonna work. Okay, I'll lose Saturday for nothing. We'll bring out somebody if she's just gonna die. I think she's charging with the Master Spark now. I don't think we have anyone who can really survive that. Alright, Remy. There it is. Ooh, 6,000 on everyone there. Well, 6,000 minimum there. Yeah, I don't see us surviving that. Like, no way do we survive that, right? Absolutely not. I think the best thing we could do with her is just sacrifice some characters, like bring out a really healthy Komachi, who is, only a little bit resistant to Mystic and has no mind stat. How do you survive that? It's not like you can cancel it in this game. I think I remember Yuka being, like, vulnerable to paralysis or shock, come to think of it. Maybe we could just use that. I don't know. Not sure offhand. I don't really love the idea of just cheesing the fight, but still. Sakuya was doing some incredible damage, though. I could just lean into the Sakuya Saturday strat some more, maybe. Komachi has a spare buffer as well, which is really good. Yeah, it seems like I don't think you can debuff for offensive stats. I had multiple discarders go on her. I had beautiful string like Suiga go on her, and that didn't debuff them, and it's supposed to be able to hit both attack and magic. I guess I could try Hina's Hexer thing and see if that works, because that'll be a direct way to tell. But past that, let's get rid of Parsi. Let's take Romelio out. And bring Pegasa back in for MP. Okay, let's see. We're again out of nature resist. I have some other things I can put on. 30%. It's another 20%. I guess that's what we get. Alright. 170, that's still pretty good, yeah. Alright. So that'll help with our MP a bit. Whatever. Level up points and HP, good. That's what I want. Alright. And I have no money. I'll just give her like a couple points in nature. Okay. Good. Okay. I don't know if this is really going to be very feasible right now, but we'll see. Let me be right back. I just need water, coffee, yada yada. Okay. Let's try one thing real quick here. Okay. Alright. Making sure I'm not forgetting anything, but I think I'm good. Alright, let's try that again. So. Sapri's pretty good here. She didn't really ever get like her double attack proc there, unfortunately. You kind of really want that more often if she's going to do her full damage. I mean, don't get me wrong, like what, 18k? That's right, it's still pretty good. But Yuka's got a lot more than that. And everyone's paralyzed. That's unfortunate. I feel like, yeah, the status elements can be a big deal, but she uses them so sparsely, I feel like we can't really invest in putting those items on everyone. You know what I mean? I feel like we'd lose out on other stats too much if we did, probably. But she's really going hard before we can even set up. Okay, let's just try that again. She can start off the fight pretty quickly here, huh? Before we even get any turns or really a chance to do much of anything. That's nasty. I want to get off that moon o'clock quite quickly. Nara's gonna live? Okay, thanks for letting me know, Kadaska. I'll give Yuka one more, like, proper longer attempt. And then we'll wrap up and go right Nara. Totally, here we go. Okay, we got the lucky couple of starting turns. So we can get some buffs on to the start. That's what we need. Good old strategist cheese. Sorry, my mom says I go first. That's fine. That wasn't nearly as much, thankfully. This card isn't really a massive deal, but it's good, like I said, to give Satori access to it. So I think, honestly, as soon as she's buffed up, we'll probably get, Racing out of here. We'll put Rainbow in to heal us up. Okay, 1 o'clock. Wait, no. No. We need to elixir first, I think. At least once. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Let's just use... Actually, I can swap Racing out now. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Sakuri's still alive. It's fine. Satori... No, it's a waste of time. Rainbow's gonna get a turn in a sec. Okay. We're gonna instead use... Oh, we can't elixir again. Okay. I'm actually gonna use the Treasure's Sword. Go with the interesting choice here. Okay, we're topping off our attack basically. Rainbow's going to use Border. That's stronger because she's got more attack, which is good. Okay. And now we're ready to have Satori heal us, unfortunately, so we don't die. That sucks. Okay, now we can actually start attacking, I think. I kind of want to swap Kane out for Kogasa, so I think I will. We already need some MP. There's a lot of stuff to do in this fight. I'm having a hard time. But recharging on Sakuya kind of preemptively here. And all. We just do it multiple times. Good. Okay. Not too bad. Satori's the only one that's low here. I'm gonna risk keeping her out and charge Rainbow's MP up early. Yeah. Good. I knew that wouldn't kill. Okay, she's got a good buff on her. You can kill Doll with Satori too. 15k. We've got a couple characters in jeopardy here. I'm gonna bank on her using a single target on someone. Good. That's basically the best I can hope for. I want Saki to have more. Oh, that does nothing now. I see, because we put it so much. We need more buffs. We're gonna bring up Kamachi. Because Kamachi has a buff now. It's a pretty good one. Okay, Kamachi's now paralyzed forever. But it's fine because... Oh, do you not get access to subclass skills with Satori's thing? Because I can't seem to use Komachi's attack and magic buff. Okay, I didn't know that. Interesting. Right, in which case, using Open Vines, then Satori's gonna swap out and rest for a bit. Defense down is nice. Maybe we should be targeting with like a specific defense down. Oh, while I'm at it, since this attempts down the drain anyway, let me check something with Hina. Please let Hina attack. And if Satori is the subclass. Okay. So yeah, she can't copy it. That's a shame. Okay, yeah. It looks like she's immune, or at least highly resistant to having her offensive stats debuffed. So that's good to have confirmed. Okay. Alright then. I think we'll have to kind of respec for this next time, or maybe even just come back here a little while later. But I always do like trying these fights out a little bit early and seeing if I can have some success. It's fun. Regasa, you're either useful or totally useless at any given time. I'm so sorry. Concentrate. For the fun. See how much we can do in one turn with Patchy. Did we lose Komachi just now? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. How much does a fully decked out Patchy do? Oh, none, because she just gave herself... Oh, that's actually pretty small, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. 16k. That was with concentrate, too. Yeah, the other attempt went better. I don't know. I'm just gonna let her finish the fight. I don't know if maybe we should just maybe like really hard into Sakura because she's doing like almost 20k per turn. Maybe we should. Maybe we should just go like some sort of like frontline sustaining build that keeps us going. Keeps us healthy enough. We put a ton of nature resist on everyone out front. And we just keep Sakura going and just keep her juiced up with Kogasa. So we prep that for next time. So Sakura, we can't debuff her much. Komachi is one back, Volcano is a buffer. Kogasa, and just keep coming out. Deals with Rainbow, so something like this maybe, more or less, might work. And then if I take a green dream off someone else, Satsui's still good. I still want Satsui as an option. Raison's not really a big deal. I'm gonna put another green dream on whoever needs it the most. Or to Sakura just so she lives. Yeah, we can give her that. She doesn't need physical defense here. Isn't there something... Where's one mess with the Butcher? Satsui? She does, yeah. Swap that off for Shinichi for you, maybe. Actually, a great thing would be even better, yeah. How about you can take a green dream, like I said. No, you take that. And then you take another green dream as well. But something like that, I guess, next time, maybe. And maybe a bit more tweaking there. Okay, that'll do. Alright, let's go raid Naro. Alright, thanks for coming and watching, guys. See you there. I forget if it's okay for me to leave the stream. I think I wait a few seconds and then I like hit a confirmation. There we go.